maybe it's...
Was it the internet?
It's gotta be.
Okay. Well, good news is I just got the money back from SeatGeek. So.
It's fine. Just, I can't even tell if I'm on.
Yeah, you were.
Like, I don't understand how my music didn't stop. Like...
I don't know, dude. Technology. You know?
Like, bro, this is, like, I have never wanted to say some of the most, like, this shit is so irritating. It is so irritating. I'm on my fucking plan. I'm not even on my Wi-Fi, but my music didn't stop. I don't fucking know. This is the most ridiculous things that I have gone through in the last 6 months on a fucking daily. It's constant. I truly do not understand. Renee. Appreciate it. But dude, like, I don't know, man. Like I said, welcome back. Yeah. There's no excuse for the amount of times. Boy, yeah. Because my signal sucks here. Yeah. It's very baffling the amount of, like, look, I'm trying to be as, like, just give you perspective here. We live in a great neighborhood, a key location, all of the things, all of the suburbs things, right? All of it. Especially for the interwebs. I don't get what the fuck Spectrum's deal is. Dude, I have never in my life had so many issues, had to use my actual data plan in my own home, the amount that I've had to use it with Spectrum. Recording videos doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have, like, because that's not the internet. It's like recording, no. October 29th is her birthday. But, yeah, the interwebs, yeah. But like at Kyle's and at where my studio is, we don't usually have that problem. Home's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He has AT&T. Right. Right. Yeah, I'm back. Like I was just talking about, I've never had to use my own data plan so much that I've had, so much as I've had having Spectrum as a service. Honestly. Just my internet it supposedly was fixed and all this stuff, and it's been terrible for months, and Spectrum's awful. They offered me less than $5 as a compensation. That is legit. Meg heard it on the speaker. Less than $5. It was $4.90 some cents that they wanted to extend as you know, compensation for the amount of... No. But that is when I legit... I will never say any... you now don't get cool Eric. Cool, not even $5. And the amount of times that people have been out here. No way, man. That is a legit slap in the face after you've spit on me. Right. Had a couple zeros. I would say, no joke though, we've had a service person out here, oh, 5, 6, 7 times. We've had it, what, 3 months? We have been given new equipment multiple times. We have shut down, rebooted, restarted routers. We have done modems. We have called in. We have done all the things, like daily, literally daily, weekly, whatever. And like I said, $5. No, sorry, not even $5. No, man. You will never not get me swearing at you ever again. Congratulations, I lost, because now whenever I have to get on the phone and or text you as the management that you gave us your number, I'm never not swearing at you. Like, what? Done too much for only having it like 3 months. Exactly. Why is this playing? See, again, there is no new. I do my best. Goose fraba. Yeah. As far as requests, no, we don't do requests on here. Actually, I don't really do personal requests much anymore anyways, other than on Twitch. We do about once a month together, Kyle and I. You can do live requests and we do reactions. And I'm going to try and get one in there as well a month. But the pressure points. They're the only internet that reaches. We're getting something else. I will look. As far as however you feel about the guy, I don't care. Even at this point, but Starlink is what we're getting. Yep, I know that people are 50-50 about I didn't even know it was his. So that goes to show you how much I pay attention to him. But that we're getting Starlink. I didn't know it was his shit, but that's what I'm doing. I'm over it. People, and speaking of, I gotta get my Jeep done. See if my buddy can come take a look, or if I just need to take it to a shop. Yeah, tattoo depends on, like, for the paint tolerance, yes, placement and everything, and how long it takes. Morning. Hey, Owen, what's up? So I saw somebody on the internet say to all the people for the tattoo community, please, or he's like somebody said, for people that say that tattoos don't hurt or I fell asleep, shut the fuck up. He said, yeah, of course your little butterfly didn't hurt that long, that took 2 hours. So he's like, what you know about the tattoo flu? What you know about sitting there for 6 hours? I'm like, right, dude. To the point where you're like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Yeah, that. We ain't falling asleep for shit, pal. What do you mean? Hey, what's going on? You're a masochist. And it's like, dude, like my back, I did like 3 or 4 sessions, but like from open to close. I did 8-hour sessions. Well, I was done. I was in my early 20s and snapped, or 18, 19, 20 years old and snapped back, and then, dude, that shit put me down. That was before the fiber. I know it's not even done. My back isn't done. So a tattoo flu is when you've gotten, I'd say once you start hitting about like 3 to 4 hour mark and you keep going, your body is just going through all kinds of shock and adrenaline and stuff. So when you're done, you feel like it's like you ran a marathon almost, and like you don't feel good. So, and also like you need to eat stuff, like your blood sugar level is all off, and like, yeah, like you get chills. Like your skin, you get just like you're sensitive. Yo, what's up? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so blackouts are a big one too that happens, and that's a very like spiritual thing for a lot of people. Very like almost like a ritual in a sense. Hey, what's up? But there is something to be said about it. Some people have issues with it, and the fact of like if you've never had something before that or whatever, but yeah, like which so when you're just getting like literally like only way to say like a drill session, she's right. When you're just fucking when they're just man, there have been times a motherfucker has been coloring on me, and I swear they're just going like this, just fucking. I'm like, bro, stay in the lines. Yeah, as far as like, so here's what I will say about the numbing creams. Two things. If a shop, the only time sometimes shops don't like it ever because they have said that the stuff that's on it, not all of them, but sometimes can like not fuck up the tattoo, but you have something already on your skin and you're trying to tattoo into it. Um, but if a place is like, no, I don't like you got it, you have to feel it. Like I go kind of both ways. Like I think you should understand what a tattoo feels like. But for people that want it, and I don't mean they think they're pussies, but I think I think after a certain point of time, it actually maybe does more damage. And what I mean is I tried it on my Grinch, right? So I wanted to see. I've never tried before. I wanted to see how it works, and I got it from the shop I went to. And I put it on like this was at least a 4-hour session. It was crazy. I got done like doing it was fine. Now I could tell certain spots where like I hadn't hit it or like it didn't, whatever. Bro, when it wore off, dude, I was like, God, fuck, dude, that felt intermuscular. But what it is, having a large session, I feel like you had almost this like all of a sudden pain. When you're getting the tattoo, you don't feel it. Well, I mean, it's like that gradual thing. Oh, hold on. I knew it was gonna happen. running. But I think that that's where, like, and that's what, in my opinion, can be almost more harmful in the fact of if maybe you're somebody new to getting tattoos. Yeah, they go under like general anesthesia. No thanks. First of all, it's like $100,000. Several things wrong with that sentence, in my opinion. One, who the fuck? Who the fuck? No. And two, if I got 100 grand, I'm not putting. I love tattoos. I'm not spending 100 grand to get my back done. Like, there's somebody that died because motherfuckers don't be knowing what they're doing. You're not a doctor. But no, I'm not doing. When I'm done with my entire body, this is gonna sound crazy, but like I might have $20,000 wrapped in me. You know, maybe 100 grand to get a cool samurai on your back. Fuck you. You got some nerve. Like, what? Fucking. Queen of the murder scene. Oh, that's when they wrote that song. Okay. All right, where is there it is. Penske. I've got probably, you got to think though, like this arm is a lot of rework and cover up, and it's not even done. But I might have $1,200 currently, like on this arm and like this, and like I said, I mean, I still got more to go. But now all the stuff that needs fixed on here and tightened up, like I won't pay for. But what I also do, I do my best to try it, do it this way, is like when I want to get a touch up, I'll have her add something. Like, even if it's big or small, pay her for her time still and get something fresh, but also be like, now, since you have all of your shit up, let's do the touch up. I would not sleep right if I was just like, I'm just going to come in and have you touch all this up. You're not going to get paid. Take all your shit out. Waste. You can't do somebody else's actual tattoo. No way, man. I can't do that and sleep at night. I don't know why. You can. Like, that is literally, like, that is allowed. It's just, I don't. Did her whole sleep for 100. Now, Megan, this person that was doing it, like, were they like an apprentice and like trying to learn? Yeah. Charges 50 setup fee. See, I mean, like, and even at that, that's almost like, well, that's a shot minimum. I shouldn't have to pay for. No, No, you're right. You don't have to pay for your touch-ups. You're paying for now this person's time and slot that they're gonna piss away 2 hours of their day when they could either be drawing or doing an actual tattoo that they're gonna get paid more than either zero or whatever tip you want to give them or $50. Nah, man. Like I said, I know you can. And I know that it is completely acceptable and that people do that. I don't. Yeah, my balloons. I talk too much. It's what I do for a living. You know when I don't talk too much? When your mom's muff is in my mouth. Big old fupa. A Muppet sleeve? That's pretty sweet. Oh, I never really got into the Muppets, but like people get into like to each their own. I had people have asked me before, like, what do you think about this? Should I do? I was like, dude, don't it's do you like it? No, no sleep token tattoos yet. Makes sense, right? Ooh, doing logo sleeve. Okay. But yeah. Next tattoo plan. I don't know exactly. I've always joked about getting that like fucked up unicorn on my horror side and like Halloween side. I don't know if I wanted to put it like up here or if I wanted to get the one thing from the statue thing from Take Me Back to Eden. I like that. I wanted to get it on my ribs. So I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. Or if it even if it's even going to be one of those. I thought about I even thought about getting Jerry and some of the flowers, the flamingo. The Necro Goblin heard the band never listened. Kyle said something to me like early on when we were first starting reactions, and he said something about Necro Goblin, and I was like, what? The runes, nah. I'm more into like the um like I guess the D&D things that they have in like the visualizers. No, they didn't take it off. Dickie Allen? Who's that? Sorry, I have no idea. And for a first timer, eat a little bit of something before you go in. Don't have like overdo it. Like I always have like maybe like a sandwich, and then I take like chips or something with me, and then I take a uh, extra sweet tea. Well, I mean I don't know what I'll do now, but sugar. So like to sip on and relax. Relax. It does not hurt as bad as you think it's going to. I mean, I guess depending on where you're getting it, but relax. And a lot of times, I wouldn't say talk their goddamn ear off, but your tattoo artist more than likely is able to talk to you if you need to or want to. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Yeah, and make sure your phone is charged. But other than that, no. trust your artist. What I mean is when you go in and you go, I want this. And if your artist says, okay, you know, or like, I want it this size, or and listen to what they have to say, or even some of the corrections and suggestions that they're giving you. They know what's best. You saw something and want that thing. They also understand what it's going to look like in 5 years. Yeah, I say, right. Trust your artist. Or at least in like consideration of what they're saying to you. Kickflip, I was never good. I wasn't really ever good at skateboarding. To be fair, I didn't really pursue it as much, but yeah, that's about it though. That's I mean, that's basic, but that's legit all you need to do. Right. Pretty solid advice, I feel like. For the whole trust in your artist. I feel like that was like weirdly on me. Meg. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Oh. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Can't wait for the kids to go. Oh, while listening to the Cavecast, we appreciate it. We definitely appreciate that. They were with Guar last year? No, okay, no shit. Oh man. Today we've got recording to do. And then yeah, taking the dogs to the vet. Other than that, yeah, tonight we will be on behind the scenes for Rykerroad, where you can watch us record. We won't be interacting like that other than in between songs, but you can do behind the scenes and see what we're going to record for this next coming week. So that'll be tonight, roughly 7 o'clock, usually at the latest, EST. So I have a pit bull. Meg has a Great Dane. Steven, okay. That's an interesting, sorry, I was just like thinking, like, that's an interesting view point on it. Okay. I said the bed, one of the screws popped out. No, it did. It popped out. Okay. What the fuck? Is it fixable? We will probably, I don't know. I've thought about that too, where like if we binged recorded the videos on a day and still just release them, you know, whatever, but that way we could just listen and not have to worry about anything. I don't know. About 6'3". Oh yeah, the dire wolf. I haven't really looked him up yet, but I've heard about it. Damn. At 18? Yeah, I'd say stagger. I don't know. Like we definitely will, but as far as like listening to it, yeah. Yeah, so I know that that one went, do you wish, do you love me? That was definitely, I feel like one that was him talking to himself, but um as far as everything else, interesting. Okay. Yeah. Booked up ticket, but yeah, well, make sure it's from Ticketmaster or Access or AXS. I wrote dire wolves back in the day. Yep. So better watch out. Yeah, people have been saying stuff about like some things are about like with referencing his mom. I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't know. I think he was a self harmer as well. There is a lot that has been, the more and more I listen to front and back of albums and have the lyrics going through, it's there's quite a few things that I guess kind of lead to that as well as other things too. Oh, the woolly mammoth. Yeah, I heard something about that too. That was a while ago. Both ways, uphill both ways. And I fought a grizzly bear off with my loose leaf notebook paper. Hey, what's going on? Really, Devlin? Okay. Yeah, those dodo birds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, those paper cuts sting. What up? Old J Money. He refuses to admit that he's lying. I mean, depending on how fast the train was going. They were all dumb back in the day. Still refuses to admit he's lying. But anyways, guys, no, thank you guys for no, I don't actually don't have any fish yet. Actually have talked about wanting to hello, hello. Talked about wanting to get an aquarium. But anyways, the new podcast is out. It is going to be on different platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff soon. It's like I think rendering or something like that. But it is on YouTube right now on the Cavecast. You can find all of the links to all of our other channels, the Cavecast, the Detour, things like that, and all of the video descriptions on Rykerroad. But if you want to hear us talk about the newest thing, which was Kyle being gone, why it took us so long to get to the song, a couple of days, and then us basically just talking about Caramel. One of the things, I mean, I've already said it out loud, but one of the things is, no, I haven't listened to it a whole lot. I'm kind of embarrassed and upset to listen to it in a different way. And As a 41-year-old man, that sounds crazy to say out loud, and I know that, but I really am. I think that there's a lot more to this now than the already really sad story that we were getting and this journey that we were going on, and then now this. That's unacceptable, man. That seriously, that's completely unacceptable. I think that we just, like we said in the podcast, he's not even mad, he's disappointed, and I would much rather him be mad and quit. You guys ruined it. You know, like it's one of those things. Like, he's so disappointed, but all this dude does is give. Seriously, to the fact of where he's just like, I'm still just glad you're here. Let me see those hands and sing the songs with me. I'm glad. What? No way. No way. Yeah, no, it is. It's doing pretty good. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to see what all was going on here. Just grief and return. Right. What's going on? Sorry, I just was trying to catch up on some of this, but yeah, it's, you know, like I said, the more I listened, the few times I realized that no, none of the song, it tricks you almost into thinking that you're going on part of the lore until you've heard the song the first time. I thought that we were getting that story more because it fits, and that's where I said, dude, Vessel is so clever and a genius when it comes to having multiple meanings or things of how you can take his story and lyrics, and that proved it. We all thought, at least, that we were still on that part of the real Sleep Token journey, and the Vessel part. No. And it proves itself in verse 2, but then when you go back and start hearing everything, you're like, it's nothing to do with the lore. It is directly us. Yeah, right, Allie. I think so. I think so too. It fits. Sure, I think that sugar could be taken that way now as well, but it definitely all still has that very much sexual relationship narcissism cycle of what we do as humans underlining in very many ways. That's why I said I think it really proved to me, which I already knew, but to me with Caramel, how he can do that with lyrics. He's one of probably the only few people as a lyricist that can do things like that properly. The one thing that impresses me though is that he doesn't use big words or forces it, but he uses such unique ways to say things and describe something. It's even like it's almost like him talking in code, but not. So you know, like what was it? Like the song Mr. Tambourine Man. Well, back then you couldn't just say I'm a drug dealer and I need a fix. So you had to talk in code. It's almost kind of, he does things like that as well. Oh, sugar burns? Yeah. And caramel, like, yeah. Dude, that shit. It's just like lava. But that's where, like I said, just going back to the fact of having so many different meanings, it's almost like no matter what you have been through, or even in general, that sleep token can kind of hit that soft spot in you. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just because it literally brings me to my knees. Not even in the fact of like the worship quote aspect, but the fact of, I don't know. It's weird for me, and that a band and or an individual can like break me down, because it's almost like he's exposing me. I not individually, but like individually. Almost that like he is talking to you specifically, but because of the scenarios that have happened, or you can finally be like, that's what I mean. Why couldn't I think of that, or something? It's not a bad way. I think that he is probably one of the most, not influential person for him, but like as far as music goes, I think he has surpassed a lot of qualities and boxes that I check off. He's probably the one that has done it for every single thing that I've ever wanted in a band or an artist. And I'm picky as fuck. I'm picky as fuck. Hey, there it was. I thought I saw it. Yeah, about 20 minutes, guys. Oh shit, no, today's the longer stream. Fuck. That's right. We don't hear that. And we've been called the like Swifties of this, which I get what they mean. There's so many. And they take it super serious. Yeah, I gotta figure out. I gotta go get stuff to fill her Easter basket, because I think I'm just gonna have the Easter bunny come the day before she goes, like, or the day she goes home or whatever. Unfortunately, I don't think, because I don't have her on Easter. I won't get her until like what, the following week. No, I don't have her. It's all right. I mean, it's okay. I've been very lucky of course I'm like upset, like, or bummed, but like, I have been very lucky that the last several Christmases, her birthday, yeah. And so like I have had her for like those things, and it don't want to be selfish and good karma and all that, but Easter morning. Oh, I mean, yeah, if we're gonna be up there, well, what time? Kyle's at work. Damn. Damn, Kyle. Okay. Did you put those certain keywords in? I'm assuming. I mean, I'm sure you did, but like, I didn't know if there was anything that was still coming through. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I know people. They. Oh my God. Well, it's like, bro, this is exactly what's being talked. Like, okay. That's a good idea, Allie. Someone at Spotify's helping you? Nice, dude. Nice. Hey, what's going on? So yeah, guys, I will probably here. Let me finish this. I'll go get a little bit more coffee. If I would have known that, I would actually remembered that today. I would have got Starbucks. Yeah. So guys, just like Kyle was saying, like he is, but like we're working on the fact of the Cavecast being on more than just YouTube. Cashmere? No. Don't go insane. By who? Yeah, I was saying I'm debating on what to get her because I got one of those big golden eggs from Target. So I'm gonna go like maybe today while we're out. Well, no, we'll have the dogs. But like I'll go out. She mostly enjoys like her Reese's eggs and almost like Sour Patch Kids and stuff. So I'm gonna probably what do you call those push pops? Probably just gonna do a couple of like a bunch of those and maybe have some kind of lead up of her chocolates or something from like her bedroom to her room or I mean to her egg. But oh, okay. You talking about Patty and what's his face? Michael Chandler or something like that? No, but I mean, no matter what, like no, none of the fights. But if I actually had to pick, anybody, I know nobody in UFC anymore other than like John Jones, I think is still around. But Patty the Baddie, I think would be considered maybe my favorite. I don't know a lot about him, but in the fact of what I have seen, that dude, I'm sorry, that dude's a badass. And so, can anybody else help me here? I mean, I'm sure I can look it up easier. Maybe even Kyle does know, but it's been kind of being brought up again. What does this whole subscription do for the channel? Like for you guys? Because other than making you guys pay for something, I don't know what it does. His personality is it really is. But I don't know. Hey, Jay, what's up? That only in the sub can see. Okay. No. Like, no, wait. No, that is something that can be looked into later. That's just one more thing. Bro, I'm still a fucking dickwad and still haven't even got on to look at the messages because I can't look at messages on my phone because I keep fucking forgetting about it for Patreon. You know, like it's one of those. So unfortunately, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I would say that actually just sounds too much like a headache, at least at the moment. But that basically just sounds like another basically a Patreon. You have a theory? Okay. What you got? We actually got a pretty decent theory earlier. Somebody said that it's basically that what if sleep is his narcissistic side talking about all like basically like him and like fame and everything. So it's like basically like another Patreon. Okay. Yeah, say it's gonna be it would just be a hassle. And not that you guys or something like that isn't worth it. It is just it would be one of those like very stale and unreliable isn't the right word, but like unreliable. And I would just feel bad. And it would end up having to be like, I put this on hiatus or like whatever it might be. Interesting. Is almost entirely sleep talking. Hmm. Hmm. So if you ever had Patreon, then YouTube subs are redundant. Okay. All right. Now, not that this makes a difference, but uh is something like having the subscription, can you post like say a full-on movie review? Like is it something like that? I might actually. Or him fighting his dark thoughts. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Bro. Nothing. It was just Spectrum. They're still apparently not doing good. I'm on my data plan right now, again. So yeah, that's okay. That's a very so another part where I say where it's almost like there's so many different ways it could be, is, and are, or whatever. But sure, I mean, like where it's like seducing him. Well, of course. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like that play sleep seducing vessel is a big part of. I mean, like the lore, like the cycle as well, too, for sure. Yeah, that aren't accents. Sure, absolutely. Favorite rapper? Some of my tops are like Tech, NF, M, Bone. Is it some? I mean, I've got a bunch more, but So with an aqua regia, huh? So he's the biter. That's definitely got some. I mean, you've definitely got some like really good like thoughts and points and how like things are, as referenced as well. Um, as like a dream, I don't know. I've also had this like thing that where he might have been like in a coma, like in real life, from due to like a car accident. That's something that I go back and forth with like the coma part. But there's been times where I feel like maybe even if it wasn't a long time, like a day or a week or something, but for some reason there's just always been a part that like there was an accident and he was in some type of coma, whether it was a drug-induced coma, an actual just like whatever. I think someone else could have been the driver. The driver. There's been parts of me sometimes that yes, I sometimes think it was one of these. He's in the passenger seat and they're doing one of these things, screaming, and boom, something happened. There's a part of me that wants to know if Eden is still alive. I sometimes think she's dead. Yes. For doubt, yes. I think that we're gonna probably try and do that one tonight. I think so. Tonight is recording night, and also it's on Twitch. So if you wanted to like behind the scenes, no, have not seen the comic yet. It could be. It still could be just a metaphor for a toxic relationship, but there's too much of like a comparison with scars and physical things in the talk of multiple times of almost like a crash or a car crash of sorts. But again, it could also still just be a metaphor for that. You're absolutely right. That's why I've never landed on specific things. Or I've also thought it could be all of the above that I've said. It's literally just the worst of the worst. Uh, you think Eden is a concept, not a person. I don't want to be a part of caramel here. So all I'm going to say is I don't know. Personally, I have personal reasons on believing why Eden might be somebody. But again, this is what's so cool, actually, about Sleep Token. There is no actual answer yet, or maybe ever. He might Quentin Tarantino the shit out of us and never tell us what's in the briefcase. Ever. I don't know if it's going to be the whole album though, with the fan. I don't know. It better fucking not be. I'll be not pissed. I'll be pissed. That's what this man is not. No way. Right. Our minds can wander with theories. Absolutely. And that's why it's got a double feature. See, but wait, has this been confirmed? Because I go back and forth. Like, is it for sure? It's just I just thought, there maybe it was just like, which house and like all this stuff. But if it's the fact of almost like two different as far as album releases. It's comic is worth it. It's $10, and if you want it, I'll send you a Reddit. So the Reddit explains it. What's the comic called, and where did you? I've never seen it then. Well, hold on. Oh, I think I've had that happen to me too, where like a weird copy paste keeps happening with your fucking text. No, but see, here's the thing though, as far as like Eden being, I don't know, because it happened it's been talked about since the very, very beginning before they were ever big. The Teeth of God comic. Okay. Cycle must end versus the house must endure. I mean, I also feel like Jaws is a relatively straightforward like analogies too of the fact of even just says show me love. Like he's begging her to, like even though he knows it's fake or not gonna last or like whatever it is. The true fans emerging from the fakes. Okay. His demons is a result of leaving, losing. You're trying to get him Chris to check out Sleep Token. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are kind of currently starting to like get into like obviously more people. But I still believe and think that there is a lot to do with a narcissistic relationship, even maybe family or family members and friends or whatever too. Like it's not just, but I mean, you can take it that way, but I think a lot of it has to do with a self-reflection of what you have been through, maybe going through or tolerated for so long, and this is his outlet. What are we ignoring? Apparently we're ignoring. You're done. Fuck out of here. Nobody gives a shit. We're clearly talking, so fuck off. See yourself out of this fucking adult conversation. With the elements of Greek tragedy and Shakespearean playwriting. Okay. There definitely is a like a, how to explain, like how it sounds and how he sings and stuff too. There's like, not operatic is not the right word, but like yeah, like drama stage show present. I don't know how else to explain it. Oh, have a good one. I've got, I don't know how long the first one was. I got on at 10. I've got at least a half hour. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, like theatrical. Yeah. But like, it's not all the time. Not all the time. It's just there's this certain, like you, like they were saying, like this, yeah, like Shakespeare almost kind of like vibe. And a musical is not the right word. It's not. It really isn't. But there's like this performance piece art attached to it. All right, I'm gonna try and hold on. I'm gonna try. Let's see if it works. All right. See if that helps. Okay. I turn the Wi-Fi back on. From like a theatrical play structure. Oh, you're fine. But no, and so, and that's also where Kyle and I have talked too, that there is a slight chance that maybe this is all not bullshit, but none of this is real. This is legit just a story. So I don't know. Yeah, like a, oh yeah, poem style, like it's yeah, even borderline sometimes like a speakeasy thing. It's I don't mean like all eyes on me, but like it's an all eyes on me. I am the thing. Like, it's not going well. Oh, I don't like that, bud. Sleep token TED Talk. Oh no. But plays like an opener. Man, you've got some really really good like breakdowns and other viewpoints on things. Oh my god, all your shit is wiped. The verification email. Oh my god, this is like legit. This is like me with the whole thing with the whole Google AdSense and the fucking code, a 6-digit code that came through my bank to make sure, and I was only getting 5. I like thought, whoa. That doesn't exist anymore. No. Jay. but she won't stop. It updated to Spotify. Whoa. So how did we lost access to the episodes and podcasts, but it still exists for people to listen to? Megan, I'm sure it can be. It's not a guarantee that I'll do it or that I still have to be interested and or haven't seen it, obviously. But so it's hard to like have you guys pick for me because it's like you don't know what I haven't seen. Sure, you can try. It should be gone if that's the case. All right, man. All right. They are excellent, exactly, excellent storytellers. That's where I said like there's a part of me that we've briefly talked where it's like Kyle and I was like maybe it isn't his story. There, like there's a small where it's like he's just a good writer, but I still believe that this is way too personal to be not real. But you never know. Kung Pao Fist of Fury. I feel like I've seen a clip or two, but like the trailer for it. But okay. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. Jay, it really would just depend, and then more so in the fact of as a request for that Twitch that we do when Kyle and I take live requests and do reactions, usually for smaller things like that. Yeah, the two is definitely that. Yeah, it's him and two. They're like the main songwriters. But I'm also wondering when they say songwriters, do they mean the lyrics or the song, putting it together, the beat, the sound, the like. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I said like they're yeah like art school. Yeah, of course. It's I totally agree. I actually said kind of the same thing about 21 Pilots. I said Tyler and Josh were either one of two things: super popular and still really just one of the nice popular guys, or they were the flute-toting band dork that took art. And I don't, but you know what I mean. They're about my age, like that's how that was, but in that like era. But it's one, and they were the ones that just kept their head down and didn't really talk much or whatever, or interact. And then because they were doing this, they were working on this stuff. So, which makes you think that they're just really good song or artists and writers. True. That again, that's what I'm saying. There is a possibility that's what this is. Rykerroad 83. Justin, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's just there's a lot to be said about people that take their art and there are things to a different level, like the Sleep Tokens, the 21 Pilots, the things like that, where they, not that other artists and musicians don't take their stuff serious by any means, but there's definitely a different quality of love and passion for something that they do for people like them. Ghost, yes, definitely. Ghost is another one. Ghost is something that is so, I don't mean off-putting. It's so you're like, really? This is the sound? But there's so much theatrical things about it to where I shouldn't like it. I will be honest, I don't just listen to them all like that, but I enjoy when we listen to them. There's levels to this shit. Yes, we're gonna do the other albums. We were supposed to do Tomb last night. It just, we briefly started to talked about with Kyle being gone and having to wait, and then we talked about Caramel, and it just took off for the night. We talked about it too much to get in to having the discussion about Tomb. Yeah. So Jordan, I'm pretty sure we're gonna. I would imagine we're gonna do that tonight as far as recording. Now, like I said, Rykerroad 83 tonight for behind the scenes. We do it twice a month, 2 Thursdays a month, where you get to watch us record for the upcoming week, and do like pose for the thumbnails before I even edit it. If we mess up, anything like that, we don't interact with you guys while we're recording. In between songs, we look at chat. But you have to understand, we're recording it for YouTube. Yes. 7 p.m. EST, the latest is what we do, because oh no, this isn't recording night. Between 6 and 7. Sorry. I was thinking of the live request night. That does not take us 2 hours to record. Sorry, guys. My brain just went, yeah. But still, 7 at the latest. Right on. I mean, we appreciate it. Like I said, we do our best to interact for a minute or two in between the next song. But other than that, yeah, it's basically you get to kind of sit behind the glass and watch, essentially. But and it's almost like you get you're the first viewers. You had to be there. So now if you're, because the upload, I don't have them upload to Twitch. So I put them on Patreon, but you have to have been there to see it, or now you wait. We just finished Last of Us this past Sunday. I already seen it. Kyle's played the games millions of times. But we're getting ready for the new season. We're gonna have a good time. Hopefully it'll. Speaking of, I gotta get HBO. I'm gonna put that on. I know what I'll do. Okay. Sucker Punch? No. Best reactions for what it's worth. We appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Vice? I don't remember. I don't know if I know that one. So no, I don't watch other than Twitch. This is where I still do the movies and shows, and that's where I record for Patreon for movie reactions. That will go on Patreon. But yeah, other than that, I don't have any other platform that I do anything like that. I don't upload edited versions of the movies on YouTube either. That would take way too long. You don't get enough. You might as well. But that was the only reason I was like, yeah, I don't mind putting something behind a paywall. That's the only way I can do it. It's the only way. Well, Jay, thank you. Appreciate that. It's a huge compliment. That's some pretty big words, and we appreciate that. I always say we do our best to give you guys quality content, consistent content on any channel, and that that it's all authentic. This is what you see is what you get, man. We do not. It would be so I'm already sometimes exhausted just having fun. It would be so exhausting having a fake persona online to do something like this. No way. It was released in 2011, so yo, Outlaw, what's up? Guys, we appreciate it. Kyle is a big reason why things run the way they run, and we have it so smooth. But like it is the both of us, but Kyle having the knowledge of doing YouTube prior actually, but just some of the tech things that we would use, how I do things in edit or programs that we have or whatever it is. I would have eventually figured some of this out, but Kyle is a huge help with that. And that is why a big reason why the channel runs the way it does. No, Caleb, we more than likely going to record tonight for that. It'll be out soon. Violet. Yeah, I know that was kind of funny though when he said that, but I understood what he meant. Because we're gonna probably get jackasses and they'll be like they think that it's talking that no, that's not what he meant. But yeah, come on. Oh, okay. Kind of a younger boomer when it comes to technology. Bro. Let's see here. Seeing the full signal. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. I'd say, yeah, about 10, 15 minutes left. And then call it a day. Get some things done. Take the dogs to the vet. I'm a terrible. Some catch your breath. Probably more so on Twitch, but we love the guys. Like they're doing their thing right now. They are apparently over in the UK because they're headlining their own tour. Super proud of those guys. So I know they're putting in the work, and they are up there with that like Dreamwake things like that they are so underrated. and they are so good, such a good band that they are one of the few people I say like deserve the spotlight, the attention, all this stuff. And they're just not what you think they would be. It's kind of upsetting. They are true to their craft. They are super underrated. Dude, his voice is spot on. But they don't do well on the actual channel. They did okay for a minute, and when we tried to do a couple more, it just didn't do the greatest. So we unfortunately had to move on. We're kind of just like every once in a while, Kyle and I do like this is for us or whatever. Like when we do like Carpet Man and things like that, and Catch Your Breath and Dreamwake, but we unfortunately can't do it like we do 21 Pilots and things like that. Oh, it's on Energy Saver. Okay. Sleeping Dogs Man? Huh, never heard. I still say Dial Tone and 21 Gun Salute for Catch Your Breath as a first listen through to kind of get their vibe. Can't get into 21 Pilots for some reason. Okay. Your next pet name is going to be Vessel. Yeah. Shame on Me. Ooh. Hey, thank you for watching. And thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, it's because my battery was on 5%. I had to plug it in. So, yeah, the fan kicked on. No, I'm not. We actually, Meg just got the money back. We just got the money back from SeatGeek. So, um, no, I'm not getting the ticket. So, unless I can find one through Ticketmaster or Access, no. Unfortunately. But either way, I'm gonna get some good concerts in this year. Hopefully, trying to get there was a few things that were coming like Nelly and even like Ja Rule and stuff. So I was like, well, I need to go see that. Then I know Jelly Roll is coming, but he's coming to Columbus, so that's a little bit of a hike for me. And then there was a couple other people. Disturbed. Um, I took screenshots of the things I had seen, but yeah, there's a few so far. Death Grips. Never heard. My son was talking about a couple, I think a few things. I told him, I was like, even if they're not big shows, like I'll go, like I'll listen to some new stuff. And he was like, all right. So I don't know what all we like are going to see or if there is any, but I know I was like, I just want to go and do like hang out and find some new music or just go and vibe and chill. So it was a K-pop concert. Nice. Apparently we're going to Chicago. Wait, isn't she going to Chicago? What's with her in Chicago? Anyways, yeah. Apparently, AT's is doing a show in Chicago in I think June or something like that. Ooh, in Vegas, nice. I thought somebody said they broke up. Trying to travel a little bit, sure. I fear that I'm gonna probably have to put a little bit of a hiatus on that with I'm trying to do certain things for I'm gonna need a lawyer. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I don't know. But either way, we will do some traveling. It'll start, that Kyle is finally done with his big thing for the year of work and things like that. So we can have he's got a little bit more breathing room. That's what I told him. I was like, take some time, obviously, but now that you are a little like you can have this breather, now we can work on the more like shut up and eat it's and doing more, the what you says and all this stuff when we want to do things like that other than just the vlogs. The Detour was by far supposed to be just a vlogging channel. It just wasn't happening right. And understandably so. Or all hell will be raised. Yeah. So Pittsburgh is something that I know that Kyle and I will definitely do for some of the food stuff. I would like to travel like that though. A lot. I would really like to be like, all right, man, this month we're going to Pittsburgh. And then at the end of the month we're gonna go to Kentucky. And then we're gonna go so like something along those lines. That would be great. If we could do, maybe one a month that we traveled out of state, that'd be awesome. Sports fan, I am, but like I don't watch any sports anymore. I haven't for so long that I don't even know I have no teams. I don't know anybody's stats anymore. I don't even know if people are still playing. Ooh, Pearl Jam, Green Day, Lorna Shore. Damn, Violet. Okay. Lineup's so big, it's not even, I can't even mention. I get you. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's gonna be a fun one too. I'm gonna go back to Florida. Okay. 34 minutes. Okay. So it's been about 2.5 hours. All right. What I'm gonna probably do here, guys. Yeah, you're just gonna say she's going to see Stray Kids. What I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up here in just a minute because I know that Meg's gonna be going to an appointment. And then we gotta take the dogs to the vet. I'm a horrible dog dad. My dog has never really been to the vet. I mean, he's had his like shots and stuff, but he was. Long story short, I got him, and legit, by the time he was able to go, COVID hit, and everything was shut down. like shut down. Then when everything started slowly opening, it was one of those you just didn't. I forgot. He's never been sick. He's never been hurt. He's never been done. Like, but yeah. So take the dogs to the vet. Roxy's getting her checkup. He's just going to get a checkup. But yeah, I gotta do that later today around 3:30. Then Kyle and I do record tonight. So do not forget, if you have Twitch, Rykerroad 83 tonight. We are doing behind the scenes recording, not requests. We also do not interact while recording on this night because we are recording for YouTube. We can try chit chat a little bit in between songs. Yeah, it's right. I haven't got it right. But so if you want to stick around or show up for that, that'll be tonight. So appreciate you guys hanging out. I will figure out also too when I'm going to be doing a movie reaction that's got to be done here soon too. So make sure you look out for that. I'll be recording that on live on Twitch as well. But all right, guys, thanks for hanging out and have a good one.